I've got a brand new game for you to play each week. Redmen Picks is completely free to enter, and you could win either £1,000 or a share of £1,000. To win, all you have to do is answer a few questions on the upcoming Liverpool game, and whoever gets the most right will win a share of the prize pot or the full prize itself. That's it. It is that easy. You've got to be over 18. Terms and conditions apply, and you've got to gamble responsibly.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the Start and 11 prediction show. Oh my days. Yes, we're doing this on a Thursday, even though the game is on a Monday, which means, am I going to get things catastrophically wrong? Knowing Liverpool's current case with regards to injuries, certainly yes. So if you're watching this on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or heaven forbid Monday, and you're going, this lad doesn't know what he's talking about, don't you know? Doesn't he know that all of these players died at the weekend? And I'd be like, no, I don't, because that for me is the future, whereas it's the past for you. That's how time works, even though it might look that you're watching this now. It's live now, it's not live then, whatever. We're going to have a laugh with it, we're going to get stuck into it. Yes, there's a few things. What we're going to be doing, first and foremost, talking through what we know to be potentially the available players, who might be playing, who might not be playing. Then we're going to talk through what the wondrous new game is that we've got called Redmen Picks. Then I'm going to be getting your help to do a starting 11. And we're going to be talking through some bench options for us as well. Don't forget, you can interact live if you are here on YouTube right now in the comments. You can still put comments in the future, but they can't impact the outcome of the video. Just, again, can't stress that enough. So yeah, if you want me to read your comments out, you're aiming at me, put Mate first at the start of the comments, and then I know you're addressing me. Just to give you an example of what we're doing here. Great comment just to kick off from John Herbert. It's the same as yesterday, which of course he means Wednesday, except play Shimikas and Keita instead of Genie and Robbo. I really like that chat. I'm going to be picking up on that chat a little bit later in the show. But yes, here's what we kind of know. So as of Thursday, the board, who definitely will not be available for the game, is the captain, Jordan Henderson. You'll notice that I've stopped putting Virgil on the board, I've stopped putting Gomez, and I've stopped putting Matip. It's just depressing. The reality is what the reality is. But what I've got here, which I think is quite interesting, is I've sort of loosely broken the squad down by positions. Now, we know there's a couple of players who cross over. Obviously, Fabinho, you could put him into the centre-back pile, but what we're kind of looking at right now, even in the absence of the captain, who we'll just remove from the equation, and obviously Kelleher, he's likely to be a doubt. He didn't train ahead of the Champions League game. He didn't go with the squad. He wasn't on the bench. So we don't quite know what he's up to, but we do know that Adrian's been available of late as well, and a whole bunch of young goalkeeping kids that we're not up to speed on yet. But what you can see, roughly speaking, right now, is we've got 2 left-backs. We've got 4 centre-backs for 2 centre-back positions. We've got 2 right-backs. In terms of DMs, we've sort of got 2. And in terms of just a variety of play, for 3 positions in midfield, we've potentially got up to 7 options, which is great. And then, in addition to that, in the forward positions, obviously, we saw no Roberto Firmino. We don't quite know where he's at time of recording. There's a chance that, obviously, having missed the last 2 games, he won't be available for Wolves, but that is a good stretch to hopefully get him back up and running. But there is a case, additionally, as well, that if he's even a slight doubt, look, if you want to put him on the bench, put him on the bench, but we know he's not going to go away on international duty. The Brazilian lads will be staying on Merseyside because basically the club dug their heels in and said, we're not sending our players to a COVID red zone for them, have them isolate for 10 days upon return. No. So the Argentinian and Brazilian Federation, CONMEBOL, have suspended those games. So we know that Bobby Firmino will have a full 3 weeks potentially to get back to full fitness ahead of the Arsenal game if he misses this one. But, just from what we've seen, Jota was sort of playing centre forward. So we've kind of got, again, Origi can obviously dive into this. The quality, we've got issues over whether Origi's really of the standard we need, and the same with Shaqiri in a front 3. But look, Divock Origi comes off the bench, gets a great assist. We know these lads are all very, very capable. But I thought it was quite interesting. It was actually it made me feel quite good and quite relaxed just looking at the full breadth of what we've got available. And as much as you can say, there's definitely areas in which you think Liverpool could do with a little bit more quality. But isn't it nice to know that, we had centre-backs fit. It's not Virgil van Dijk, not Gomez, but they're centre-halves by trade, and they seem to be available for selection. Right, so yeah, I want to know, of these, the big questions are, for me, left back, is this a perfect opportunity to give Andy Robertson some rest? Now you could argue, obviously, you've got the international break plus a little bit of time off this week, that he might not need it, but also you've kind of got to get Kostas Tsimikas up to speed at some point, because what happens if Robertson does go down with an injury? You don't really want to throw him in cold, so that's there. Do you stick with Kabak and Phillips as your centre-back pairing? Because, of course, really solid performance against Leipzig, clean sheet, great, and I think they got a clean sheet in the last time they played together against Sheffield United, so some real promise there. But we know that Davies is finally available again. He was on the bench in midweek. Reece Williams has been a capable deputy for the young lad. Obviously, Trent Alexander-Arnold has had rest. You got Nico Williams there. I don't think there's too much question. I think Trent will play. But would you offset the centre-back pairing by trying something different, trying to get a debut for Davies? They're your questions. And in midfield, shouldn't be a question, but obviously Fabinho, having had a good performance, do you just stick with him in the 6? And if that's the case, what do you do? Do you go with the same midfield 3? Do you continue to play Wijnaldum? Because he's another one. He's going to need rotating. But what we have now, finally, if you're saying Fabinho and Thiago are fine, well, my word, look, I mean, Oxlade-Chamberlain, still some doubts about where he's quite at in terms of his match sharpness. Curtis Jones is ready to play, didn't play midweek, didn't even come off the bench, so he should be available. Naby Keita's finally back in contention again, and he looks like he's closing in on match sharpness. And even James Milner's made himself a really strong candidate as well. So what do you do? Is this a game that you would be resting Gini Wijnaldum for? And then again, in the front 3, in the hypothetical where Bobby Firmino is available, who are you putting as your front 3? Are you sticking with the front 3 that we've got lined up here of Mane, Jota, Salah, or do you put Bobby in and potentially give Mane a rest for Jota again, or do you give Salah a rest? All big questions. Get as many of your answers. Put Mate at the start of your comments, and I'll come over to them in a moment. But yes, let me tell you about Redmen Picks. Brand new game from ourselves. It's an opportunity for you to get a part of a £1,000 prize pool, which sounds too good to be true when it's not. It's genuinely a thing and people have been winning money on it. Not me, I've tried, and clearly my depth of football knowledge is not as good as our winners, but yeah, I'll just give you a little breakdown of it. I've got it here right now. You go to redmenpicks.com. The contest details are as follows. You make your picks for each question below. Click place a bet to submit your entry into the contest, and you follow the game live with our real-time leaderboard. The payout structure is as follows. If the top 5 people get different scores, first place gets 500, 250, 130, 70 and 50 is how it's split along the top places, just to give you a little bit of a look at what that looked like from the Leipzig game. The leaderboard was as follows. So we actually had loads of people ended up on 22. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people got 22 points, which means they all received 142.86. And then it meant then below that, a load of people ended up it didn't quite crack it, but you got a bigger spread of the pool. It's cool. We've had some really interesting things so far. It just means that basically, yeah, you're in with a chance of winning. It's completely free to enter. Right, what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate this because we're going up against Chris Pajak, which is the most important thing. The man, the legend. This is his show. I'm just waddling around in his shoes right now. This is all about Chris Pajak. He's been asked the question, will Liverpool score in the first half against Wolves? He's put yes. Loads of people put yes. Liverpool don't score first half goals though. So I think as much as I would like to see that happen, I'm going to go against them. I'm going to go no on this one. Will we score in the second half though? I'm going to go yes, we absolutely will. How many goals will Liverpool score in total? I think we're going to score 3 goals in this football match. So I'm going to back Pajak. But you can see that 61% of you guys have gone for 2 goals from the Reds in this one so far. How many will concede? I think we might concede 1. Actually, yeah, go ahead. Will Liverpool beat Wolves? Yes, is the simple answer. Just 1 point for that one. Bit of a simple one, hopefully. Will Salah score? Yes or no? Yes, he will. Absolutely. Will Mane score? Yes or no? Yes, I absolutely believe he will. Will Thiago get an assist? Yes. 76% of people saying no, but I'm going to go against the grain on that one. How many tackles will Ozan Kabak make? This is where I need to start doing some more research into this and know more about how many tackles people do. I'll back Pajak on this and go with 2. How many tackles will Robbo make? I'll back him and go with 1 on that as well. How many saves will he make? Chris Pajak says 3. Wow. I will go 1 for Alisson in that one. How many shots will Salah have? 3 plus. I reckon. And there you go, submit picks. That is me done. That is me head-to-head with Chris Pajak. You can go head-to-head with me and with Pajak and be in our leaderboard. And if you finish near to us, screenshot it, send it to at the Redmen TV. I can't stress this enough, completely free to play. It's completely free to play. The only time you need to put bank details in is if you win something in order for money to be transferred to you. With all of these things, though, make sure you are gamble aware. There are terms and conditions there in the link below this video, so get involved. And if it's something that you do have an issue with, please, please, please don't feel pressured into doing this in any way, shape or form. The last thing we want is to make people's lives any worse or any more difficult. It is a fun game, and if it's something that you can enjoy, then do enjoy it, and enjoy it responsibly, and enjoy it alongside us as well. So yeah, just go to redmenpicks.com, or you can use the link in the description underneath. Right, team. I'm going to get to some of your comments and see what's been going on here. There is a super chat as well. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Callum Perkins saying, pretty sure that Nat Phillips would head a bowling ball. And I think he'd probably do it in training as well, to be perfectly honest. I think that's why we love him so much. Absolutely. So yeah, we've got a bunch of bits and pieces here. Jackson Wild saying, Allison, Trent, Ben Davies, Nat Phillips, Andrew Robertson. So he's going with giving Davies a start in this game. That's really interesting. Fabinho, Milner, Naby's gone as a midfield. And then Mane, Jota, Salah. That's an interesting one indeed. I can't quite get behind that one. I mean, look, again, it's an interesting question, but I mean, unless there's some major fitness issue over Kabak, he's been our most regular starter, hasn't he, since he signed in terms of centre-back position. So I like the idea. I think Kabak will be the fixture, although, to be fair, Davies is a left-sided centre-half. So it's entirely a reasonable possibility that you could find that. I wonder whether, I'm just not sure what it's going to take for Davies to come into this side. Is it going to take a poor performance from someone? I just genuinely feel like Kabak's going to be a fixture as long as he's fit, and it's who goes alongside him. And some people might I don't know, wrinkle your foreheads or whatever at that, because Nat Phillips is, again, I keep using this word, but been demonstrably the most fitting centre-back because he's doing all the big headers and the big sliding tackles and stuff. But I think it's telling that we've made Kabak the leader of the defence at 20 years old. He's the one who's tasked with sitting back and soaking it up and doing a lot of the sweeping up and positional kind of work. We put our leader on that side. He's the one who's using a greater range of passing, etc., etc. So I do wonder whether you might see a world where Phillips will come out, Kabak would scoot over to the right side of centre half, and Davies would slot in there. I'm just not sure that this is necessarily the game for that. Olivier saying, Naby lad, got to start. I agree, to be honest. Right, so let's work our way through this. I don't think Davies is going to start. I think Davies will be on the bench. We'll come to him in a moment, and therefore I don't think Reece Williams will be in contention unless we're short of numbers. Same with Nico. But what I do think, because this is an interesting point, it was raised at the very first comment. Who here would give Shimikas a game instead of Robertson? Because I think that's what we'll do. I think we rested, we put Nico Williams in against Fulham, who is a far less experienced, although he's a bit more integrated into the squad maybe, he's a far less experienced, less senior player than Shimikas. And I think if we keep the same centre-back pairing, and if Trent's fit to play this game, I think this is the game that we start Kostas Shimikas. I mean, particularly because he just got those last couple of minutes of the game. Maybe. If not, it has to be, does it then have to be Arsenal, or does it have to be Aston Villa or something? That's where it starts to get tricky. So, okay, so I'm going to put Robbo over to one side. I don't know whether Klopp will do this. I think he will want to do this, but I think it would be crazy not to, is put Fabinho into this side. And what I would do then, I don't think we want to make wholesale changes, but I think this is a time for Gini to just give Gini a game off. No slight on him. He put a big shift in. He was excellent against Leipzig as well. I think Thiago's had a bit of rest, so I don't see any reason why he can't continue to play. And then what would I do? I would go, not Oxlade-Chamberlain, unfortunately. I would be making a decision over Jones or Keita to go in there. What do you reckon? Fabinho, Thiago. Look, we did this on the build-up to Leipzig, and I said, can we just stop a moment and just put whatever else you're doing down. You know, if you're just listening to this, just stop for a second, divert your eyes properly on the screen, and just look at this midfield for a moment. Fabinho, Thiago Alcantara, and Naby Keita as a midfield three. And then what you want you to do, because those feelings that you're feeling coming out of your body, just suppress them by just getting your knuckle and just biting it like that really hard until you feel that you can really get on with your day. That being said, Curtis Jones did not figure at all in Leipzig. He was on the bench, but we didn't even use him as a substitute. So there's a chance actually that Naby is the first substitute as we continue to just slowly bring him back into the team. So I actually think Curtis Jones might well start this match because he is just a bit more. It's a bit more of a settled thing. And then in terms of the forward positions, I don't think we'll see Shaqiri at all. I don't think he'll be in consideration. And then it's a question of Firmino or Diogo Jota. Jota came off, which is telling, isn't it? And obviously, I think it was Divock he came on for. So there's a chance that if Bobby's back, I wonder if we'll do something like that. And I think we might do Jota, Firmino, Salah. But there's also a straight possibility that again is we're just making sure that Jota's back and he is going up against his old club. And I think did we not play him against Wolves last time because of one of these factors? Am I right in saying Klopp said, and people tell me in the comments, did Klopp say something about that being a thing? So that's a possibility. I think if Bobby's fit, I think he does come straight back into the team. And again, some people might be a little annoyed by that, but Bobby's boss, and having someone like Diogo to bring off the bench wouldn't be the worst idea. I will go with I'm gonna unless I get some better arguments, I might go with that. Kieran K.A. saying Alisson, Trent, Phillips, Kabak, Costas, well in. Fabinho, Thiago, Keita, Salah, Jota, Jones. Oh, wow. So Jones actually in the front three. Charles Joseph saying, please, for fuck's sake, leave Bobby out. Pack it in. Pack it in. I mean, look, here's the good point on all this. And I know it happens, and I don't know whether people realise that they're guilty of this, but there has to always be a scapegoat. There has to always be a player that people just go, oh, God, no. Don't put him in, like a good player, by the way. Not like when we've got someone who's crap. It's not like, God, don't put Andre Voronin in this side. It's like we always seem to have a player who's dead good, who Klopp really likes, who really suits our system, that for some reason we've just gone sour on. And look, I understand the reasonings why people might not be like absolutely buzzing to have Bobby Firmino in the team, but also like we've always got to have someone that's like there's a major issue over. Bobby Firmino, I would back Bobby Firmino if he plays in this game to have a big impact in this game, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to go. I'm going to start Bobby. If he's fit, I'm going to start him. In terms of the goalies, I can't see anywhere where that's not, unless Kelleher's back, which he might be. I don't think he'll even be on the bench. So I think the bench will probably therefore be like this. It'll be Adrian. It will be Davies. Adrian, Davies. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Gini Wijnaldum. Andy Robertson. Jimmy Milner. That's 2, 4, 6. Jota. Keita. Christ. And who else will that be? Nico, maybe? No, not if we've got Andy Robertson on the bench. It will be Divock. Why not? Yeah. What do we think? What are we thinking of that? So Alisson in goal. Tsimikas, Phillips, Kabak, Trent Alexander-Arnold, a midfield three of Fabinho, Thiago, Jones, and then a front three of Mane, Firmino, Salah. Not because I don't want to start Jota, by the way, not that in any way, shape or form, but I think the idea is to keep him rotating. I think if Firmino's fit, I don't think we'll see 3. No, you know what? No, I'm going to change that because I think my point remains regardless. I will go. You've convinced me. Doubtless thousands of comments. Yeah, I think what we're going to see in coming weeks is that I don't think we'll see this, even if this is our best front three, we're not going to see that week in, week out, game in, game out. We're going to see rotation through this. That's the only way Liverpool are going to have any chance of getting success out of this season, is to keep things going, keep using our good players, keep as many plates spinning as possible. So yeah, there is that. Yeah. What do you think? If you agree with me, drop a like on the video. If you disagree with me, drop a like on the video. Let me know your thoughts. What would you do differently? And look, address the Bobby Firmino thing, because let's be honest, he's a Liverpool footballer. He's a Liverpool legend in waiting as well. He still has had some really good games for us this season. Having been out with injury and having seen Diogo Jota come in, is that the thing that gives Bobby the extra impetus to double down, pick his game up and go again and be even better? Quite possibly, because we know that Liverpool are very good at motivating and getting the best out of their footballers in pressure situations. We've time and time again, we've brought footballers in for big money to oust the established players. And they don't, because the established players just raise their levels again. That's the ideal world for us, the ideal world for Liverpool. Let's be honest, whether you have any opinions, strong opinions one way or the other, if we can have 4 brilliant players for 3 positions in there, and even in there, and we might even have more in midfield, to be honest, then that is only a good thing for Liverpool, right? And if we can all agree on that, also drop a like on the video. Right, some amazing content coming up for you. There are 2 amazing documentaries that will be out this week. The Atletico versus Liverpool 1 Year On is streaming now on the redmentv.com. Really powerful stuff. So you want a proper documentary to get your teeth into. Look at how the government failed the city of Liverpool by allowing Liverpool Atletico to go ahead of the impact of the coronavirus in the wider Liverpool city region. Really, really good stuff. And if you want something a little bit more light-hearted, a nostalgic look back at some of the greatest Liverpool players of all time, Cop Chronicles. First episodes 1 and 2 were streaming from last Friday. Episode 3 is going out this Friday. So sign up on the redmentv.com and also win, if you sign up as a club legend tier on there now, you have the chance to win a signed Luis Suarez print as well. So perfect time to sign up and support everything we do here on free on YouTube, but also get yourself some amazing content, prizes, free merch, discounted merch, and a whole host of other extra amazing features. Yes, do go and check out Redmen Picks as well, redmenpicks.com. Do be gamble aware, do check out the terms and conditions, and yeah, hopefully you beat us and you get to go nah in our faces on social media, but we'll be back for the Wolves game Monday night watch along. We hope to see you all there. Ta-ra.
We've got a brand new game for you to play each week. Redmen Picks is completely free to enter, and you could win either £1,000 or a share of £1,000. To win, all you have to do is answer a few questions on the upcoming Liverpool game, and whoever gets the most right will win a share of the prize pot or the full prize itself. That's it. It is that easy. You've got to be over 18. Terms and conditions apply, and you've got to gamble responsibly.